All right, Paul, we'll go ahead and get started here. We'll open up for questions and start with Mike Singer.
Cody, can I get a what's up, Paul? You know what I'm saying? It's been a while.
It's good. How you doing, man? You're looking great, by the way. I like the shades.
I sure appreciate it, man. You on the courts?
I have a little bit. What about yourself? You been playing at all?
Man, every other day.
Awesome. Well, we'll get started here, man. We'll open up with Mike Singer. Mike, go ahead.
Hey, Paul, we just heard from Malone, who said he sounds like a broken record talking about the defense. Where would you assess your guys' defensive urgency, your defensive focus now that the playoffs are here?
Great question. I think despite these last few games, I think we're locked in. I think we know exactly what we need to do, especially going to these playoffs. I think guys are going to, take it amongst themselves to really get out there and try to play on both ends of the court, because we know defense is, where we win games. Defense is where is when we're at our best.
All right, next question. We'll go to Vic Lombardi. Vic, go ahead.
Paul, how difficult is it going into the playoffs not knowing the status of two key players, two starters, two guys who are crucial to this team's success?
Yeah, it's not too difficult, but it is a concern, because you feel for those guys. You want them to be out there with you. We played the whole year, and those two guys are out there winning and losing with us. So we're comfortable with them. But, at the end of the day, we got to continue to push on, with or without them, next guy up mentality. Guys just got to be ready for whatever.
All right, next question. We'll go to Sarah Todd with the Deseret News. Sarah, go ahead.
Sorry about that. Hey, Paul. I know it's been a while since you were on the Jazz, but being able to face your former team in the playoffs, what's that like? And then also I talked to Coach Malone earlier today, and he was talking about kind of your role as a leader, and talked about that you're not the kind of guy that'll be like rah-rah and talk really loud, but a lot of one-on-one stuff with the guys has really helped them come along. How do you see your role?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a do whatever it takes kind of guy. I've always been that way. My main focus is to win games. That's been on every team that I've been on. It's always been, what are we missing to win games? And, for this team, my role isn't go out there and put up 20 points or 20 rebounds. Is to, bring guys together. And how I do that is, just by talking to them, getting to know them, getting to know their tendencies, know their likes, know their dislikes, and try to get through to them. It's always been my goal. And, the good thing about this team is we got a lot of guys who want to get better and want to learn. And I'm always there for them.
And next question, we'll go to Harrison Wind.
And I'm sorry, I missed your question about the Jazz playing against the Jazz. I got a lot of good buddies and a lot of good friends on that team, so it's going to be fun, to get out there and compete against them. It's going to be fun to get out there and, let the Jazz Nation see my face again. But at the end of the day, I'm going out there to win.
All right, next question, we'll go to Harrison Wind with DNVR. Harrison, go ahead.
Hey, Paul. Bull hadn't really played with you guys at all before this bubble. What has just kind of been your impression of him on the court and just how he's grown and handled himself over these 8 games?
Yeah, he hasn't played with us, but, when you're a basketball player, which Bull is, you're going to fit in and you're going to play basketball, and that's what he does. When you get in the game, he's sticking to what he knows. And that's playing basketball. Of course, there's a lot of things he can get better at and a lot of things he can learn. But, through this short time, man, he's shown that he can be a superstar in this league. And he's shown his skill and his talent level is at a high level. So I'm happy for him when he gets his time. But right now, it's sit back and learn. And when that opportunity comes, take advantage of it.
All right, next we'll go to Vic Lombardi. Vic, go ahead.
Paul, they always say the game changes in the postseason. How does it change? I mean, the intensity obviously adds a level, but do you think that intensity could help the defense out?
I think it is about intensity. It's about attention to detail. I think that's the biggest thing about the playoffs. Something that we haven't, been really good at these past few weeks since coming into the bubble. But it's something we gotta, it's gotta happen. We have to have attention to detail, the little things, and the playoffs is what wins and what loses. And we got a lot of young guys, but we got to get them to lock in on attention to detail and knowing that that's what wins you games.
All right, next we'll go to Joel Rush with Forbes. Joel, go ahead.
Hey, Paul, with the younger players and the bench players who you're playing more with now than you had before, how do you feel like your chemistry is coming along with them and their development is going?
Pretty good. Pretty good. It can always be better, man. I'm always it can be better kind of guy opposed to it can be worse. But it can always be better, and I think we're growing every day to try to continue to grow our chemistry. The hiatus kind of we kind of took a step back in the wrong direction, but we're still optimistic about what we have and how long we've been together, and we know when push comes to shove and when it's really time, we'll step up.
All right, Paul, that looks to be it, man. Thank you.
All right, man. Appreciate it.